Okay, so welcome to week 2 of the PDL singles league, this time against Dargan, who is also in my Paldex league, and I face him in week 3. But yeah, here is the matchup. Terra Cap's not as scary as last week's, but Registeel and Raichu are still very good. Fortunately, I remember like double checking this. Raichu isn't Terra Water, so TREADS is able to come into it more easily, because I think with like Spidaf or AV, I can live like a nasty boat surfs and whatever. Registeel is threatening though with Terra Fairy for Excalibur, or even flying could be good if you have enough, iron defenses up and stuff like that. Cinderace can be threatening with like high jump kick for Excalibur Iron Treads, U-turn or gunk shot for Hearth Flame, and Slowking doesn't like taking U-turns from it. Mandibuzz doesn't want to risk getting burned or poisoned. And alongside Quaquaval, that is a pain as well. I think Sceptile has to come just because of Quaquaval. That one can always accidentally sweep and win. Espathra's a pain. It's just a lot of annoying setup sweepers, which stretch my defensive mons thin. These first 2 weeks really showed me. I mean, maybe it's just because I faced a lot of offense on both weeks, but it really showed me how sort of limited I am when it comes to defensive profiles or defensive cores on this team. And with Grimmsnarl screens, it's even more painful. Obviously, Mandibuzz has to come. I was hoping Metacham could come, but I don't think I found a place for it. But yeah, we'll get into, and obviously there's a whole new one, Dragonite, right there as well. And those behind screens are terrifying as well. So yeah, let's just get into the team that I built. So here's the team, starting off with Iron Treads, Stealth Rocks, Earthquake Iron, and Ice Spinner. I went with my removal option being obviously default Mandibuzz, because I can get rid of screens as well. So this set is mainly there to just be able to hit things and lead into Grimmsnarl, since I don't see Grimmsnarl running a fighting move for Tread specifically. I think I wanted to run Clear Amulet at first so that I could keep Grimmsnarl even more, because it can't parting shot. But I wanted the Occaberry so I could BS switch into Cinderace once, and I felt like it could come in clutch. Because the whole aim of this team was, if I can get rid of Cinderace early, then everything else starts to open up for my Sceptile, for my Gengar, because Cinderace can have Sucker Punch, and also for Hearth Flame as well. So, and Stealth Rocks also just forces Cinderace to click Core Chain instead of Pyro Ball or High Jump Kick or whatever. And then Mandibuzz, pretty much the same set as last week. Foul Play for the Espathra. I can take +2 Dazzling Gleam for Modest even. Whirlwind just to force things to take Rock's Chip and also stall out screen turns and stop things from setting up. And default for the screens and Roost. And then we had Physically Defensive Slowking. Pretty much the same set as last week as well. Just more Fizz Def and Ice Beam instead of Psychic Noise. I had Ice Beam just in case Toadscrew wanted to switch into me, because Toadscrew is always a free switch into Slowking, so I could predict that, and also just stop Dragonite from sweeping. I did think maybe I could run Psychic Noise for Quaquaval, but I have Sceptile to take advantage of Quaquaval with Mirror Herb, Sword Dance League played Acrobatics Earthquake. I had Earthquake Terra Ground just for the Registeel. And Ground also means I'm willing to choose Volt Switches. I also can't get T-Wave by Grimmsnarl. So yeah, this felt like I could always come into, Quaquaval, and Quaquaval CC doesn't kill me unless it's like Bandit, I think. So yeah. And it is, I didn't make it speed tie with, no, it can have speed ace actually normally, but I just went with adamant for the damage. And then I have my Sash Gengar. So Sash Gengar was Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, and then had Toxic Spikes because the whole aim was, okay, I can get rid of Cinderace early, and even though I have Defog on Mandy, if I can get rid of Ace early, then I could get the Toxic Spikes up on Dargon's team, and he has no grounded poison, so it'll force things to be on a timer, and it's just another way of making them unable to make use of their screens and setup. And then I had Psych Up because with Focus Sash Psych Up I could steal all of Espathra's boosts, let's say, or all of Quaquaval's boosts even, and be faster than everything and just kill everything. And like I'd have to win the Sucker Punch 50-50s with Ace, but I mean the whole plan is to have Ace dead by then anyways. Obviously Quaquaval could have Aqua Jet, but and Grimmsnarl has Sucker Punch, but I don't see Grimmsnarl running Sucker Punch, and Quaquaval Aqua Jet, it struggles to fit that priority move in, because if it wants to run so disaster attacks, it needs to run 3, like Aqua Step, and maybe like Triple Axle and a knockoff to hit everything. And D-Knight, I'm obviously immune to its E-Speed, so yeah. And then the last one being Hearthflame again, also Encore again, because Encore is just a great move. I can, Encore Espathra, since if its only psychic move is stored power, then that won't do much early on. I could just Encore it into that, or into Sub, or into whatever. I could possibly Encore. I think the main thing was Encore and Registeel was Iron Defenses, right? So yeah, and then have Trailblaze, because if even into Cinderace, Agriculture does a lot of damage. So, and Big L Dance Speed, everything is big here, and then I had Play Rough instead of Grass Move, because Play Rough can still hit Quaquaval whilst also hitting Grimmsnarl and Dragonite. So yeah. Okay, here's the game. So they brought pretty much what I expected them to bring. I mean, no D-Knight is kind of surprising, but with like Foul Play Mandibuzz, Ice Spinner on Treads, and Slowking, having T-Wave and Ice Beam, it is hard for it to sort of set up. So yeah, I mean, Raichu, like having those Volt Switches doesn't make sense, just to pivot in and out of the team. I mean, Surf can still do damage on Treads, even if they don't have Terra Water, and even if I have like a bit of Spit Off on Treads. But yeah, I think I just let Treads because I really doubted that they would, try to lead with Quaquaval immediately. Raichu, I can live any hit, and EQ back Grimmsnarl, I can Iron Head, and Cinderace, if it tries to Pyro Ball me, I live with Occa Berry, and then EQ back as well. And if it U-turns, then nothing that comes in wants to take an EQ anyways. So yeah. They let Registeel. I think here I immediately went into Hearthflame because Iron Defense, so I just was like, okay, let me Encore this. And then Ivy Cudgel, and like Ivy Cudgel has high crit chance, so I will eventually crit, the Encores that I have. But I, fortunately crit turn 1. I don't think it does matter in the grand scheme of things, because at the end of the day, like once I hit enough Ivy Cudgels, it does become a case of, okay, this is now my favorite. But I maybe, get it stalled out because they bring in Grimstone. Here immediately I bring in Treads, and I just EQ, and then I reveal Ironhead here. Maybe I should have took EQ instead of Ironhead, just so I, bait in the Grimstone. But they do reveal to have Aqua Gem for console. And they do get to right through here, so they nasty plot. And I was like, well, I live a T-Bolt on this, I know that, so I can just Cinderace it. It's fine. I bring in Gengar. I think I just enjoy it because I was like, I'm not gonna risk the speed. I think they win the speed tie here, but they do get, so the T-Bolt is disabled, so I'm just like, okay, well, I can bring in Treads, but Treads, well, actually no, I can't bring in Treads because they might have Surf. But I was like, okay, I can bring in Slowking because if it's nasty about T-Bolt and then most likely Surf, then last move might be something like Alluring Voice or like, I don't know, Terra Blast Flying even. I was like, okay, surely it's not Volt Switch. But it does reveal to be a Volt Switch, and I lose my Slowking for no reason, and now my ace answer is gone. So that is really tough. I think, okay, well, I need to keep Treads healthy, but I also need to get rid, I need to stop them from getting screens up, so I just Ironhead, they bring Gobble, good from them, and they also do a really good predict in clicking Ice Spinner here, which does a shit ton instead of SDing, and that puts me in range of Aqua Jet. I think maybe I should have brought in my... No, I couldn't really bring Hearth Flame, I'm sure Aqua Step into CC kills me. Maybe there's a case for bringing Mandibuzz, but I needed it alive for Espathra as well. I think just me losing Slowking really, put me on the back foot and opened up the game a lot for them. So yeah, they make a good prediction as well. Instead of clicking Aqua Step, they click Ice Spinner. I bring in Hearthstone because I know I can live one. And so it turns out their only Ultra move is Aqua Jet, and they don't have CC from the looks of it, so I just Trailblaze. I bring in Treads immediately here. They finally get their screens up. I just defog here. I think I defog, yeah. Oh no, a Whirlwind. Why didn't I should have oh no, I didn't have Toxic. I should have defogged, but I guess I was like, oh well, Grimstone Code, can always get them back up. But I mean, they can't T-Wave me because I'm Dark type and they're Prankster. So I was like, okay, well I can just stay in and foul play because Cinderace doesn't want to get foul played and Espathra doesn't want to get foul played, but they reveal Spirit Break, which makes this situation much more difficult for me, and they're again, on the front foot now. So now, I was like, maybe I can bring in Hearth Flame, but I just wasn't sure, and I felt like I still needed the HP on Treads for the Cinderace to live Powerball Okaberry, and I still needed a Hearth Flame there for a Espathra, in case things got dicey. I was really restricted. I definitely had to make more aggressive plays, but I live Dazzling Gleam. I click Whirlwind because through Reflect I can't kill foul play. They U-turn here, and I have Rocks up, which I'm thinking, okay, well, they don't want to core change screens and Rocks. I could Trailblaze here just to counteract their own speed boost, and I think I Encore here, yeah, and then I just Ivy Cudgel, because I'm like, okay, this screen is gonna go away, and yeah, I already do so much damage anyways. Yeah, I do so much damage, but I forget that stored power will still do a lot because they're plus 4 speed now. And here I was like, okay, well I have to either go into Treads or either go into Hearth Flame, but I don't think that Cinderace would have died through Reflect from EQ, and they make a really smart play here by clicking U-turn instead of killing me with Pyro Ball or anything else because they now resist my own EQ since they're bug type. And even though I do live with a Pyro Ball, Ironhead doesn't do enough, and here I'm hoping for a miss, but I'm not as fortunate as week 1, and they, like, Darken rightfully wins. Like, they played better. And I mean, yeah, they prepped better as well with the Volt Switch on Raichu, which caught me out. But yeah, I mean, GG's to Darken. Week 3 of Natex did play, so you'll find out whether I got my revenge or not, in that at least, eventually. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in week 3 of singles PDL draft.